Alright, we are live and recording. This time, we're playing XCOM Enemy Within Long War version 14B. And we're gonna not load a game this time for once. We're gonna start a new game on classic difficulty. No Reaper, we're not playing on Impossible with Itchy Trigger Tentacle. I enjoy my life too much to end it early. So, we're gonna start with classic. It should be a bit harder than normal. Plus, Beta 14 is a bit harder than Beta 13 from what I understand. We'll turn off Beginner VO. We're not playing on Iron Man. I had way too many crashes last Let's Play that would have potentially ended my entire campaign, so there's no way I'm doing that. And I'm not, again, kind of like last one, I'm not playing strictly no reloading either. I will try not to very often, but once in a while, you know, certain situations, I don't want to lose the campaign because I got a couple squad wipes. So we may, rather than reload, Beta 14 has added a restart mission button, so I may use that. We'll see how it goes. Second wave options, I've thought about some of these things. First off, I want to try Red Fog for sure. Both our soldiers and the aliens will get aim and mobility reductions when damaged. So this means finishing stuff off is no longer paramount. Simply doing damage to them is good. Although on mechanical enemies like sectopods and stuff, it's not as effective. I think it has a 50% max debuff or something like that. So it still helps, but you probably want to kill those things first. Damage roulette I don't want to do right now. New economy doesn't matter. I actually like random stats, and I'll go over that in a minute. I don't like random level ups though. I like snipers to be good at aim and medics to be good at will, for instance, rather than just random everything. Training roulette, I'm not brave enough for. I like having perk trees that I can plan on. It just gives you random perk trees, semi-random perk trees. We're not going to worry about save scumming. Absolute critical, I think, is just we will lose soldiers easier, so I'm not going to worry about that. Liberators, we might as well apply, because I don't think you could finish Long War without doing this anyway. It would be very difficult to get the final mission without doing all the base assaults anyway. Not so Long War, no. Results driven, it's too hard. Cinematic mode's too easy for now. Diminishing returns is too hard. More Than Human, it's not going to happen either. Itchy Trigger Tentacle is probably the worst. If the aliens can get a free shot when they activate, I mean, I would just lose soldiers all the time. We're not going to worry about that. Definitely not going to do that. I almost did total loss. I was strongly considering it. The problem is, even on a dead soldier, on a mission you win, you will lose his equipment, and I disagree with that. I think you should only lose your equipment if you run away from the mission or you fail. If everyone dies, or if you have to extract and you leave someone behind, that's okay. And already, even without clicking this, it's a 50% chance of losing their equipment if someone dies and you run away. So it already sort of applies the way I like it anyway. Not improving power requirements. I think I will turn aiming angles on. I think this will make it a little bit. It'll change the tactical battlefield a little bit. So we'll go over that later on. And I'm going with mind over matter. Because I've increased the amount of meld income in the mod file by a bit, we may be able to do a bit more gene modding this time around. Therefore, I won't let gene modding and psionic apply to the same soldiers, and that will help keep me balanced so I don't just make super soldiers everywhere. So that's my logic. Playing on classic, let's get started. I think this time I will watch some of the videos, because last time I skipped through them too much. Aiming angles always makes the aliens are just always cruel in default. It's not going to be easy no matter what I do. You watch. I will. Am I focus on mechs before gene mods? Yeah. I haven't gone through it yet, but my tentative plan is to go beam weapons first, obviously. Probably psionics next, as quick as possible, and then on to mechs. Through armor into mechs, basically. Hopefully I'll have enough meld by then to build a couple mechs. Once I've got maybe 2 mechs at level 1, I'll consider looking at gene mods, depending on how our meld situation is doing. tentative plans. Things could go completely different. That's a long way off. Like, that's many months of gameplay. But the sooner we can get laser cannons, the better, as far as I know. Oh, that's how they suck people in. I forgot about that. They just drop the little canisters and they suck dudes in. Awesome. Yeah, I guess I forgot to mention that. Strictly speaking, before we do beam weapons, we will go for the very first, I guess it's xenobiology, but yeah, the very first sectoid request version. So you can get free scientists. I do know that, I just forgot to mention it. It's about time. These are pretty awesome cutscenes. I feel a bit bad for cutting them out of the first Let's Play, actually. You guys let me know how the game sounding is. It should be there. Might just be too quiet. Alright, once I get to the menu, I'll have a look then. I can hear it. It should be going through the stream, but we'll see. It might be a while before I can get to the options. First off, sorry about that, chat, and also YouTube later on. They've changed the Asia bonus considerably. It used to be Foundry and Officer projects, I believe. They moved the Officer one to Europe, which means I think Europe is probably better now. North America is always good. Asia, just Foundry. South America, Power is always last. I went with Africa for the last one, so we're not going to do that time. I think in Beta 13, Asia was generally the best option. We'll go with Europe this time. I'm sure some of you guys live in Europe, probably, so we'll go with Europe. We'll try to save Europe this time. Last time, we had a hard time saving England and stuff. So, at least when I make my first workshop, it'll save me some cash, and when I want to upgrade my officers, it just means the Foundry is a little bit more expensive to start with. So, that'll be how that goes. We're off to Russia. Omsk? Omsk? I don't know. I have no idea what time it is in Europe right now. Probably 8 hours ahead of me or so, so relatively late afternoon, early evening. Alright, what do we get for our first mission? Last time, didn't we have a bunch of drones? It was pretty easy. That's not bad for Finland. Just evening. We'll see how I'm doing once it's that late my time. Oh, and we got a new drop-off too. Awesome. We're off to a great start. So we got 6 rookies, of course. No fancy names yet. We'll get to that. Yeah, you usually start over here, right? This is great. So, first off, if you're new to this, the light-colored HP is your soldier's HP. The darker-colored is the armor. So it gives you a visual indicator for when you've taken past your armor's damage, which is nice. We do have someone with a med kit. AP, we've got AP and HE. Flashbang, we've got a lot of items. Nothing on this guy, just 1 AP. Just 1 AP. But the nice thing is, we do have 1 flash, 1 med kit, and then a couple APs. It's not a bad combo. I've never started on this part of the map before, so I don't know what we're going to get into. I expect rushing the left side is probably bad, because it'll activate over here early. So it's probably slightly better to go around this side. There's also probably meld now. One of the changes to Beta 14 is they've added meld in on most of the maps. Maybe not this one, but a lot of them. So let's look around the right side. I think I want to stay behind this bus, is kind of what I'm thinking about here. Rookies are pretty weak, right? So let's be careful. Alright, there's nothing over here. So I'm expecting maybe the first activation around here. Give or take. Could use the bus for cover to some degree. Well, let's do it smart. Let's be smart about this, basically. I think all the rookies start with tac vests, so mobility is usually pretty good on the first mission. Come on, go to the bus. Young Yu is the one that's a little bit slower. Whatever. Lots of Overwatches. We'll get to the renaming soon enough, guys. I'll explain it for YouTube, and we'll get all that stuff. All right. So, full cover. Probably only one person can make it there, though, which means it's not really a super safe move. I mean, we're only going to be fighting sectoids and drones. They're not that scary. Let's find out what happens. Yeah, it's totally safe. Totally safe. We can do some dashes here to save some time more than anything. If I was like Beagle Rush, I'm sure I would only do one half move for everybody. And I would add another 10 minutes to the video. But that is not me. I play the way I like to play. Yeah, those discounts, whether you're on Green Man Gaming or Steam, pretty awesome. Gotta love discounted games, right? Okay, there is meld, like I may have suggested. Looks like there's some right there. So, probably the next move is going to activate. We don't have great cover, but we have some. So, Shankar actually did not activate any. Okay, that's fine. Well, I suppose if they're not activated, I'm not afraid of dashing, basically. Oh, good. Sure, of course. One tile to the right, and you can see them. Isn't that typical? Well, this is off to a great start. A 92% flank shot on our first shot. Dongchen, we're off to... You're good. That's real good. 2 sectoids. You dashed, of course. We're not going to have the full team in position here. Kind of hoping we could see them through there. I don't think they'll have the mobility to flank Hamza. They probably could flank if I put someone at here. Although because of the angle, they may not have vision. I don't know for sure the rules. If they moved up to, say, here, if they could see us beside the bus. Possibly. I'm not 100% sure, though. So we'll play a little bit safe here with Yuzuki. I don't know. We had a Suzuki, David Suzuki, but I've never said this one before. Yuzuki, I guess, probably. And everyone else can overwatch. Well, do I want to take this shot? 41%. You know, we're probably not going to get a whole lot better. 4 HP, though. We'll never kill it. It'll absorb 1 damage for sure. Let's steady weapon for next turn. And then just overwatch. Oh, good! Another pod right here. Well, I'm glad I left everybody on Overwatch, right? Wow! One shot at a drone with an assault rifle. We're doing well. Oh, the sounds. Yeah, I can... Sorry, game. Sorry, guys. I totally forgot. It's because I can hear it, so I don't know what's going on. Sure, yeah, sectoids get gunslinger now, so full cover, half cover, doesn't matter much at long range. Alright, well, we took a shot. Didn't die, though. We actually get 1 easy flank, but I suppose we should have a look at the sound effects. Why is there no sound? Audio, there's sound? What are you guys talking about? There's lots of sounds. Okay, hold on a sec. Stop the YouTube recording here. Alright, let's continue on then. Whether the audio is working or not, I don't know. You guys can play music in the background if it's not working. So, Shankar steadied weapon, which means he's got a pretty good shot. Even through... Oh, aiming angles. That's why. I gotta remember aiming angles. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Because he's almost flanked. If he moved over to here, it would be actually flanked. Which we can do anyway. And I might just save that 20% steady weapon for the guy that we can't flank. Of course, this is the guy that's almost dead. Oh, and of course Overwatch. Maybe he is dead. He's alive. Did he have the Overwatch symbol? I forgot. Because I put the pause there, I lost track. Anyway, 75%. Give it a try. Oh, that was good. And then this is the steady weapon shot. It's still not very good. Oh, no, that's not the steady weapon shot. This is the steady weapon shot. 61%. It's about as good as we're going to get, I think. Still no sound, says chat. Well, maybe at the end of this video, at the end of this mission, I'll have a look again. So, we missed one. That's fine. Now, I know there's a couple more sectoids over there still that just activated. So, Hamza is not safe. Move here. I mean, you could just grenade them. No, you probably can't throw it far enough. I think we Overwatch because I think they'll come into vision next turn. Do we take another shot there? If I move Young Yu up to here, it'll probably block this guy's Overwatch because you have to move over and shoot around the cover. I think we just move someone into this cover. It's actually full cover. That's unusual. Since when is a door of a cab or a car full cover? That's like, is that the only door that's actually full cover? Maybe. It's like barely faintly audible. Okay, well hold on, because I can hear it just fine, and it should be going through. No, save exit. Okay, there. It should be a little bit louder if it was working. I don't know. You're either going crazy or I'm going crazy. One of us is going crazy. That is the truth. 39% shot. Not gonna kill it. You can go Overwatch, whatever. Let's see how it goes. We've killed his friends. He's all on his own. Well, if it was faintly working before, it should be louder now, so it must not be working at all. Managed to not die. You heard walking? Yeah, it's people above me. They're noisy. Okay, so 2 sectoids. One of them mind melded this guy. Because they're sectoids, they get that low profile. It's so annoying. And this is a long move down. Like, no one's going to be able to do that in a single action. Do we just take a bunch of pot shots? I know everyone hates pot shots. I don't think we're going to be able to hit them any other way. It's either that or you dash, and I think that's a horrible idea. Yeah, like everybody can see one sectoid. Alright, well, this is what we start with then. We start with the guy on the left, take a shot. We got a lot of shots at 30-40%. You gotta think one of them will hit, right? Yeah, 1, and it did 2 damage, so that's good. Come on, guys. Alright. One more try this turn. And we got him. Alright, we had enough fire. I say that worked out just fine. I haven't really used Hitbox all that much. I may have gotten more viewers if I did Twitch because I had more people that were following them. Oh, nice Overwatch. Can't count on those. Beautiful. I thought this was the last one, but there must have been 3 sectoids in a drone. Oh, someone's dead. 6 damage crit. Through cover, through long range. What could I do? I don't have a lot of options at this point. Well. That kind of sucks. Sorry, PFC Chen. We're really not in a very good position. Is there anything better? Could I pull back? It's just half cover everywhere. I guess I could get a couple full cover there. They'd have to come up. Yeah, it sucks to lose the experience like that. 56% though. I'm probably just going to take the shot. We do sort of have the high ground here. We're getting a lot of extra aim thanks to high ground. Pulling back is probably the wrong decision because of that. If I move Shankar over to the super safe spot, then we can move one more soldier up. 56, 56. Yeah, we're not gonna get any better than that against sectoids, I don't think. You can only see one from there, 60%. That's good. 58%, take it. I think, other than the fact that we already lost a guy, we're getting fairly lucky on our shots. Reasonably so. Well, you've got that guy who's almost dead, or that guy, yeah, obviously we take the 54, where you only need to do 1 damage. Yeah, alright. That was a good turn. So what, is there just 1 left now, you think? I haven't been keeping count very well. Poor Chen. Let's just reload. I've got a few people with no ammo, so... Actually, I think Chen was out of ammo, so he wouldn't have been able to help anyway, because, you know... Alright, so yeah, sectoids are not to be trifled with. Now that they've gotten Gunslinger, they apparently can snipe you from across the map every time. Reaper, I do not have great luck. It's just the way the game works. If I had great luck, I would not have just lost 2 soldiers from sectoids. Alright, that didn't work very well. Come on, guys. There's only 2 sectoids left. We can't really move because they have a death overwatch. Somebody hit this guy. Alright, we just missed a lot of shots. Am I going to lose the first mission? It's starting to feel that way. Are you sure the AI is too dumb? The sectoids are using pistols right now, and they just killed 2 people. So they're using Gunslinger and pegging me off. They're not using Mind Fray like they usually use it. They are just crushing me. Yeah, in Beta 13, they would have just done Mind Frays. But now in Beta 14, they are killing us very, very easily. There's still 3 left as well. Oh, we'll probably win. I don't care about losing 2. He was not on Overwatch, was he? I keep missing the Overwatch signal this turn. Now, I have read, you guys have to back me up here. I have read a couple bugs in the forum where they're not getting the Overwatch icon when they should be, so you get shot without knowing about it. Or you could play on normal. That's true. I did make a couple changes to the mod files to make it a little bit easier. That's why I thought this... Oh, I should have moved you over. Sorry about that. Oh, you think between A and B it changed it? Whatever. I'm just talking about 13 to 14 because that's all I've ever played. Can we maybe just flash him for once? Of course not. Not even close. As usual, grenades never go far enough. At least you hit. Well, we still got 4 people left. But every time they take a shot, someone can die. I think they're definitely smarter in 14B. This is ridiculous. I'm not making any decisions here. I'm just standing up on the high ground taking shots and getting murdered. Wow. Well, it looks like we might be able to win with 3 people left. Assuming we could kill this guy. Alright, we win, sort of. Oh well, losing specialists doesn't, or not even specialists, losing rookies doesn't really matter much. That was awfully brutal. I'm I'm also very used to sectoids not killing us all every turn. Hello, Bradford. I'll let you introduce yourself this time. Dat spot. They would have killed you. I only had one full cover spot, so they would have shot someone in half cover no matter where I moved them. Well, Booster, I do have one way of getting around that. I'll show you in a second. So, sure would have been nice to get a bunch of promotions. I know I lost some meld because I took too long on the mission, but they were blocking me pretty well. Okay, so I don't know how long these videos are going to be for YouTube once we get there. I will get this through on the first mission, though. I'm going to do the renaming between. The way I'm going to do it, one of the things I've changed is... One of the few things I've changed is I've changed the hiring cost to 0. So the fact that we lost some rookies makes less difference. I'm not paying 30 credits per soldier or whatever it is in Long War 14. That is just ridiculous. I'll deal with the sound in a second, just patience. I think that soldiers would volunteer to fight off the aliens. So I can, I'm not going to go super crazy, but what I want to do specifically, my idea is, I want to be able to pick and choose the soldiers I want to use. I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of them. Anybody with 11 mobility, I'm just going to dismiss them. That's garbage. Anybody with probably less than 60 aim, or even, I don't know, much less than 65, and I'll probably just get rid of them completely. Like 58 aim, right, for instance? This guy has no chance of success in this field. So, point is, I'm going to be doing some removal of people, and then that way I need to replace them. That's why I had to make the troops cheaper to do what I want to do, because I want to be able to get rid of certain people. And we'll keep, I mean, 14 mobility you think is pretty good, but the aim is just garbage, so might have made a good assault, for instance. But anyway, so before I wrap up what would be the first episode of this series, yeah, I'll explain the defense in a second, too. For YouTube, specifically, and for the chat that's following along, if you want to sign up, and I suppose keeping in mind if I'm uploading these to YouTube, if you're commenting there, it'll take a while to get them in because I'm live streaming this. Make sure you leave first name and last name, because I cannot write in I can't skip one. Or basically, if you've never played, if you try to leave it empty, for instance, I can't do that. It stays there. I can't even leave a space. Space, space, space. So I have to type something in. So please leave first name and last name, whatever you guys want. You be creative. It's hard for me to come up with creative names. As well as a nickname. Although you don't start with a nickname, you will get one at corporal rank. It doesn't take very long. So you might as well just make one post with your first name, your last name, and your desired nickname once you get there. Furthermore, I'm not going to really take preferences for languages, country flag, gender, class. It's too much hassle. Just give me your name and you get whatever you get. It's kind of just random luck. But I will allow this time around the hair helmet customization. Maybe not so much bald, but tell me which number you want for your helmet. 2, 3, whatever. We'll go through each of them. So you can, if you don't have the game, you can see what your customization options are. I guess guys would get slightly different hair, but I assume most people would hopefully want helmets anyway, because I like helmets. But if you like a specific helmet number for customization, let me know. I'm willing to do this much. These are some of the helmets that are pretty cool. Alright, so this should match up each helmet number with one of the visuals, okay? So, helmet will also allow armor deco. So these change your basic body covering. Again, just write down the number. So it should be very, very easy. Leave me your first name, last name, nickname, helmet number, and armor number. And that will do it. We're not going to deal with armor color because I like to class code them. So that was all the dickos. I like to have all assaults be the same color so that I can remember it for later. So anyway, that's the customization options for YouTube. You guys can take your time and look at what your options are and leave a name and nickname and all that, please. If you don't follow my requirements, I may just skip you. So I would recommend you take the second to leave me a first name, last name, nickname. All right. That's the end of... Okay, we've got some names. We've got 10 people from the stream. Lucky 10, the first group, the first batch I've put in. And I've also gotten rid of quite a lot of low-statted people, in my opinion. And we've got some new ones coming in a week and a half. I will continue. I'm not going to... I'll try not to abuse the free soldiers and just have like 100 people. But I'll try to find, you know, 40 or 50 that I like with reasonable stats, and we'll just stick with that. And then as they die, you know, replace them. So, off the bat, there's not much we could do. I suppose we might as well craft a couple of these for free, because it doesn't really cost us anything. I don't know if I'll ever use them this time around, but, you know, better to have them than not. I'm probably not going to go with shivs this time, because I found them kind of a money and alloy sink last time around. We'll see, though, if I need them. Satellites, I don't know. I'm trying to decide what I want my first move to be. First off, xenobiology. That's obvious. Yeah. So, once we finish this, we'll get requests from countries for sectoid corpses that will give us scientists. And that will help us research the weaponry quicker. Which is what I really want to do, because, you know, beam weapons. So, there we go. Of course. Now, right, I guess I should do this right off the bat. We want to give all the ships proper names, now that we know about that. I should probably buy another ship. Oh, the sound! I always forget about the sound. Alright, hold on, YouTube. I'll be back.